Hey everybody, welcome to Jawsbreakers, the scary funny shark movie show. My name is Bret. That one is Jazmin. Every month or so, we watch a movie with you, usually on Twitch or on Discord, and specifically they're shark movies. And then we get together and we have a little chit chat round the fire that's on the deck of the boat of this ship that we call life. And today we are joined by our guest for this episode, Gracie. Gracie.
Hey.
Oh, snap.
Now it's, hang on. Yes. Sorry, I was interrupted by a child.
Oh.
And this is not a podcast for children. So I chucked him off the side of the boat and now he is Chum. That's his new name.
Checks out.
Is he gonna go meet SpongeBob then?
Oh yeah, in heaven. Gracie, so we've never met before.
Well, never.
We've never met before. I saw a super cool person on Twitch streaming Pokemon content, and twitch.tv/vGrace, V as in Victor, Gracie as in Gracie, Z as in Z Rain, vGracieZ, and I was like, you know what? I bet she knows something about shark movies. So long
and
con.
You were wrong.
Yeah, well, this is the long con, right? So I was like, I gotta get her on Jawsbreakers. How can I get her to do this? I know it. I'll create a Pokemon podcast, and then about a year later, I'll get her to become a co-host of that podcast. And everything fell into my diabolical plan. And here you are, Gracie.
Here we are.
Gill deep in my net of woe.
Blah, blah, blah.
Tell us, Gracie. Who are you? What are you? And where are you at right now?
Yeah, I am in my home at address 123 Apple Street. Just kidding.
Oh,
that's not a real place.
What city?
I mean, it could be
Appleton.
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 I do like that Pokemon, but this isn't a Pokemon show, so we won't even get into it.
That's all right. No, I am a PhD student and a mother and a teacher, and I love Pokemon too. So that's where like a lot of my like content creation is. And so I also love sharks. Actually, they're actually one of my worst fears. It's
hard same.
Like, yeah, and so but I respect them with the utmost. Like they're beautiful, but
hard same.
God, I would not want to die to one. So
hard same.
You know.
So yeah. If this is your first time listening to the show, we should say that we know shark exploitation films are bad because they invoke fear in the masses and ignorance. We know these creatures are majestic and beautiful, and they serve a vital role. But we still love the movie.
Yeah.
Right. So we support these. We enjoy these movies through the lens of they're so bad, they're good. I mean, seriously, if anyone saw Sharktopus and thought that gave them a fear of sharks, then they're clearly just dumb. And they
have a very nice imagination.
We can't help that person that thinks Sharktopus is real.
I mean, you know,
though for a while in high school, I was like convinced that Megalodon was real.
Oh, well, Megalodon is real, but it's been extinct for many millions of years.
I know, but like I was like a certain like that we hadn't explored enough of the ocean that.
Yeah. Do you want to do the classic like shitty AI generated script Megalodon factoid video with clickbait? We've explored more of the cosmos than our own oceans. Only 2% of the deep sea has been explored. Here's some Google images that are clearly not photoshopped.
Right.
I mean, you could just believe the Meg, the way the Meg is.
Yeah, except
yeah.
I mean, if you really want to debunk the Meg, we can get into the fact that Megalodon was not a deep sea shark in the first place. So, like, it's suddenly living below a brine pool or whatever.
Stuck
the pressure
underneath. Just stuck
underneath. Kind of, you know, Stranger Things.
Upside down.
I was gonna say, like, we're Stranger Things is us. We are the Stranger Things, and we're from the underneath. Copyright.
I mean, technically, we're above. Like,
what
do you think that the sharks would think of us?
Is that our next move? That's a good idea. We should just parody like already existing properties. We'll call it Weirder Stuff, and we're gonna be
Weirder Stuff.
We're gonna be monsters from the underneath.
I like this.
Instead of psychics, I don't know. We have people that just shout really loud. A cast full of Karens.
Karen.
So
Damn it,
my name is
Karen.
Bret. We stream the movie on my Twitch at Breaker is Dead. If you're new, God, how did you find out about us? First of all, but I'm also the host of After Darkrai, which is Gracie's the co-host of as well. And this has been I've been wanting to get Gracie on Jawsbreakers for a while now. It seems like a crossover that needed to happen. Like it probably should have happened a lot sooner. Just over there, the other person that's been talking, Jazmin, is my biological sister, allegedly. I'm pretty convinced that alien werewolves from Mars or something placed her at our midst.
A werewolf?
As a sleeper cell. Don't be nice to yourself, Jazmin.
Werewolves are cool.
Jazmin streams occasionally on Meteor Doll. That's METEORDOLL. So you might occasionally see a movie or two on her stream.
All full of meteors.
And the movie we watched this time was a good one. It was a triple, I don't want to say triple. Well, yeah, it was like a AAA budget in the theaters movie.
It was very expensive to make, so I would say.
And it's called Shark Night, or sometimes Shark Night 3D.
Shark Night 3D.
Shark Night 3D. Gracie, do you want to do one?
3D.
What?
I don't know why that went.
I missed the last bit of what you said, Bret.
Oh, I said, Gracie, do you want to do one? Do you want to say Shark Night 3D in an ominous voice?
Oh, okay, ready?
Yeah.
Shark Night 3D.
Ooh. So me and Jazmin went real bombastic movie guy voice.
Excuse me while I go to the underground into the ocean depths with that.
I'm
gracious.
I'm like a hydrothermal vent over here. I'm just bursting.
You know what? A phrase I learned from drag queens is what you call that?
Do a duck walk. Legendary.
What? Drag queens?
Ballroom dancing. Never mind. I know a thing or two.
Okay, yeah, but I was talking about when you're you're flooded your basement.
Yep. I get it. Gracie, this is not that that kind of podcast.
Sorry.
How dare you?
That went over my head, so I'm just gonna move on.
Save the horny cast for After Darkrai.
Okay. I love that phrase.
I mean, this is
it's pretty good. I haven't heard that one before, so that's pretty good.
Okay. I'll send you some more drag queen
please do.
Phrases later.
Please do.
So we watched Shark Night 3D.
We watched Shark Night 3D.
2011 movie. It was about an hour and 30 minutes. It was supposed to be PG-13. I guess it's PG.
It's PG-13.
13,
yeah.
yeah.
It was fine.
And it was filmed in Louisiana.
I could not tell. All the swampland and stuff,
Tulane.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the fact that all the students went to Tulane, very funny.
Yeah. Like I was saying, the movie was a big movie because it was 25, estimated was 25 million was the budget.
Yeah,
so.
That's a pretty large amount for a shark movie, but it was, like we said, a big budget shark movie for theaters. Usually we end up watching the $5 DVDs and the Bennett Dollar General type movies. This is probably more of a sharksploitation film than even those, because it was way more realistic. The CGI was more believable. I don't want to say demonized, but they used a variety of sharks you don't normally see in these types of horror movies. Usually it's a great white, right? Usually, I mean, it could be like a bull or a tiger, because those are the big, scary sharks in the world.
Or hammerhead.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we ever seen a hammerhead shark attacking people in one of these movies.
I mean,
this one.
No, I mean other than this one.
The one, what was it? It was like the army of sharks. It was like a clip, and they had all of the
Yeah, but you didn't see the hammerheads really doing anything. They were
but they were in there. They were in there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you're fighting against me on this. Most commonly, it's great white.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And it's almost always just the great white, and then or the Meg, obviously. But other than that, you don't see a great variety in shark species on the screen. And this one sure got imaginative with it, which we'll get into in a little bit. Gracie, what were your thoughts going into this movie? What did you expect? What was running through your mind as the movie progressed here?
I mean, if it's not Jaws, then I'm gonna be like, is it I think all shark movies are hokey.
Jaws?
So
what's Jaws?
Yeah. And So I was like, I always have like the lowest of low expectations when it comes to like horror movies in general, except for
Mhm.
if they're like, really well done. Like
Like The
Like-
Strangers, home invasions are real.
no.
No, The Strangers is legit a terrifying movie.
It's a terrifying movie.
Oh,
but
okay.
that's
So here's what's weird about
Not
me.
I'm not talking about Stranger Things.
No, I know.
Oh, we're gonna make another movie called The Weirders.
The weirders.
I
So
mean,
when it comes to like horror movies that are like things that can actually happen, like serial killers and kidnappings and stuff like that stuff doesn't faze me whatsoever. Like that stuff doesn't bother me at all because
Okay.
I don't know if it's just because
you're a badass.
I can
Because you'll fuck them up.
Like
I
every
can
other
fire a gun.
other white woman in her 20s to 30s, she loves murder and true crime.
No, I hate it. I hate those things. Like
I'm not 30 yet. Thank
but
you.
I just don't care about true crime. I don't care about any of that stuff. And
Wow.
so like when it comes to like murders and stuff like that, I'm like, whatever. Now, Paranormal Activity, the first movie, that fucked my shit up. I couldn't sleep for 2 nights.
Really?
Yes.
Them fake ass invisible ghosts scared you?
Yes.
There's
Because
like
it's
a-
the fear of the unknown.
There's
So
like
I'm guessing this
Stageman
movie
pulling
did
a
not
string on a
scare
guy's
you.
toe and while he's laying in bed.
Because it's the fear of the unknown.
Mhm.
Well,
You
I
can't
mean,
see
there's
it.
still
How
a
can you
lot we
fight
don't
it?
know about sharks. That's scary.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
and
That's why
sharks are
sharks are
real.
terrifying. Well, okay, that's true, but you can't see like it's hard to see them and it's hard to like know where they're coming. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yes.
not
Imagine
don't
being in the open water, nothing but blue.
I have.
And
And
can't see underneath you.
thought I was going to
skies.
die. I ran out of water when I was scuba diving.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We've never been scuba diving.
no,
Someday.
we haven't.
Come on,
Such a
Patreon members,
beautiful-
pay for the experience so we can film it.
It's a very beautiful experience, but I ran out of air and the current pushed us away from the boat. That was
That
terrible.
is scary.
Yeah.
Dun,
I
dun,
almost
dun.
shit myself.
Jazmin, what did you think about the movie going into this? Sorry, Gracie, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
you're
Going
good.
into
Yeah.
this movie, I had some expectations because the cast looked very familiar. Like I feel like I've seen all of these actors and actresses before, so I had pretty good expectations for the acting in this one.
Okay. I had no I've kind of learned as we've done this show not to really get my hopes up in terms of these movies. I kind of know what I'm getting into, right? Like I know I'm in for about an hour and a half of mediocre horror and mediocre everything. But that's sometimes the charm. This one, my expectations were because it was a big budget, I expected good CGI. I expected moderate to good acting. That's like kind of like the bar for me. And I think we got both of those things pretty well. I mean, if you want to like go, you're never going to get like good writing or plot in some of these. And I don't think that's the case for this one either. I thought the dialogue was okay. I thought it was acted pretty well. I thought the action scenes were very well done, and the shark CGI was pretty good.
And I mean, it was very it had some interesting scenes. I mean, like you said, some of the sharks in this movie, very, very interesting. But you could already tell who the bad guys were, like first 5 minutes into the movie. Well,
Sure.
there was one. They did the good guy is actually a bad guy twist in the middle there.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to the scenes and
Mhm.
stuff. Jazmin, do you want to hit us with the stats of this thing? How much did it cost to make? Tell us about the stars and what else we can expect.
You
What
want
else
the
we saw them in.
facts, the
Give me the thing that you do
FACTS?
best.
Okay. So like I said earlier, the budget was about $25 million. We have a rating from IMDb, 4 out of 10, 18% Rotten Tomatoes, 1.8 out of 5 for Letterboxd, and 72% of Google users like this movie. I feel like more people like the movie on Google than anywhere else. All the
Okay.
time.
Google
Don't know.
Google Shark fans stand up, I guess.
Yeah. The cast, I'm just gonna go through this pretty quickly here. We got
Yeah, just
Sarah
give us
Paxton.
the major notes.
Yep. Sarah Paxton is Sarah. You might know her from like Aquamarine, The Last House on the Left. Dustin
Hold
Milgett.
on. Her name is Sarah and she played a Sarah.
Yeah, and it's spelled the same exact way.
I feel like
Clever.
that's so that just never happens anymore.
Yeah. But she did. And then we had Dustin Milligan as Nick. That was the guy that you all said was on Schitt's Creek.
Oh yeah. he was
Chris Carmack as Dennis. You might know him from like the
And
OC.
You might also know him as Baby Casper Van Dien.
Yeah. Wait, is that the same guy? Yeah, it was. Catherine McPhee as Beth. You might know her from.
Jazmin, check the chat. God damn it! I'm
Oh.
trying to not interrupt the show, but continue, please.
Oh, I just feel like I gotta talk like this.
Okay, but every time you
Oh.
move the microphone, it goes pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
Yeah, stop shoving it down your throat and just set it down.
Well, okay.
It's an expensive
Chris
microphone.
Carmack,
It will
the
pick up your
OC.
voice.
Catherine McPhee as Beth. You might know her from The House Bunny. Joel
Nope.
David Moore as Gordon. He was from both Avatar movies and the Dodgeball movie.
Which one was that?
It was the tall, lanky guy.
Oh, that's right. That's where I know him from. Avatar. I remember.
And Dodgeball. He was in Dodgeball, the movie.
That's Grandma's boy.
Yeah,
I
that's who
never
you were
never seen
saying.
Grandma's Boy. Go ahead,
Yeah.
freak out about
God,
it.
you
Come on,
need
Gracie.
to.
Oh God, I can't believe you haven't seen that
Donald
movie. I
Logue,
like.
who was the sheriff in this movie.
Yep, he was in
Blade.
Raising Arizona.
Blade and Zodiac.
Okay.
Joshua Leonard. He was Red, which I think was the guy with the teeth.
Maybe I don't know. You tell me.
I don't remember. But he was in the Blair Witch Project and
Never
Friday
seen
Night. And If I Stay.
That sounds like that sounds like a #1 hit. Gracie, let's do it. If
sequel,
I stay a while, would you let me in? If I stand by this door with my foot in the jam, would you just open it?
Sinqua. Sorry if I say your name wrong. Sinqua Walls played Malik. He was the football player, the one that lost his arm. He was in Teen Wolf and Friday Night Lights. Alyssa Diaz was his girlfriend, played Maya. She was in Red Dawn and CBS's show Zoo or something. Chris.
Hold on. Zoo, if I remember correctly, is a very neat premise for a zombie movie where all the animals in the world, well, not zombies per se, but all the animals in the world get infected with this like virus thing that makes them evolve faster. So for instance, all the lions and there's a whole bunch of episodes where they're all running from these lions. The lions can telepathically communicate with each other so they can coordinate really, really well. All the rats become a hive mind. So they're all like one entity and turn into one giant like rat king ball of it's got some rad stuff in it for it's a pretty cool show. I would recommend it.
One of my other worst fears when I was younger, I was super afraid of zombies.
Zombie dreams.
There is, so that just means we need to bring you on for like one of those shark zombie movies.
I actually used to like tell people that shark zombies were my worst fear.
Oh, well, do you want to join us for a shark zombie movie?
We'll see.
Okay.
There is literally a movie called Zombie Shark. I don't know. I don't think we're watching it this year. We might be. I don't remember what we're doing for October.
Do not know.
Wait, yes, I do. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think we're watching Zombie Shark this year.
Anyways, Chris Zilka, played Blake, the other like the nude guy who kept on. It was like always showing his butt and stuff.
For our listeners, we are getting introduced to these characters. They're in college at Tulane University, of which I lived like within 10 minutes of on Oak Street in New Orleans.
And I went to a track there and did some running there once.
Lovely.
On campus. It was neat.
I got fired for an interaction I had at Tulane University from my job at the time. We don't need to get into that.
No.
But I just want to say, so this character you're talking about is he's to give more context on, he's nude because it's like an art class and people are
he's like the cool guy, the typical cool hawk guy that everybody wants to be.
People are like painting him as like a art study or whatever.
Yeah, and he was in The Amazing Spider-Man in Piranha 3 Double D. It was 3DD. That's 3D. The name.
Oh, man,
Piranha 3DD.
Me and Gracie do love a pair of double Ds. That's
what I was waiting for.
Yep.
Yes.
And then the last two, we got Jimmy Lee Jr. as Carl, which maybe might be the guy with the teeth. He was in Catch 44 and The Iceman. And then Damon Lipari played Keith, and he was in The Guardian and Hulu's Deep Water show. And I think he was also a bad guy. And that's it. That's the cast. This movie was directed by David R. Ellis. You might know him from Deep Blue Sea, Snakes on a Plane, and The Matrix Reloaded.
I know Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah. So there's the facts.
That's one with the research, like with Samuel L. Jackson, right?
I think so.
Right?
Bret?
In that?
I don't know. Why would I know?
I don't know.
Okay, well.
That's okay.
That's okay, Bret. Now that we have introduced the cast, please tell the audience what this movie was about, or give them the intro to what's going on so we can get into this thing.
So it's the classic horror movie trope of college kids out on a holiday. They are going to Sarah's family's rich time cottage on like a freshwater island in the middle of a huge party lake. And they take a fancy boat out there. We're treated to the chase down from the cops. And of course, the cop is cool, man. You know, be safe, enjoy your stay.
Righteous,
and you know, before that, we get the, you know, the classic, you know, rednecks at the gas station. And may I say, when you normally go up to like a rural gas station and the guy's like chopping dead meat and you
don't go in that gas station.
He's watching your lady friends dress not dress, but use the restroom on a security camera. To be fair, our heroes, the kids, they didn't know he was watching that. We as the audience saw that he was watching that, but very much
they
the
saw
guy.
It after. They're like, that's creepy.
No,
dude.
he turned the TV off.
Yeah, I thought
on it.
I thought they said, "What are you watching there? Must be real interesting." And then
he was like, "It's none of your
business." Gave them the third. He gave them like the third degree and turned it off. But I just want to say that's like the very much. I mean, he didn't do this, but it's very much the guy that's like, "Don't go to the house on the hill. A school bus of children 10 years ago today we're missing."
And it turns out the gas station was never there.
Yeah. Very Texas Chainsaw Massacre style, except the gas station attendant was a creep. He sucked. But he wasn't the true villain of this film.
Yeah.
We get the, you know, the racist hillbilly folk who pick a fight with our athlete character, whose name escapes me. Jazmin, help me. It's fun. Malik. And then of course he
hits on Malik's girlfriend.
The hot hillbilly with the cool scars. Like, turns out he used to date Sarah back in the day. Or they have a history, and blah, blah, blah. They get out to their party house and they're having a nice time. But it's not that nice. Let's all go water skiing, of which Gracie's a pro at. She told us as much.
I'm not a pro. I can stand up. That's about it.
She's going to take us one day.
She said we were going to go jet skiing and then we're going to like ramp off of like some waves, and in midair on the jet skis going straight at each other about 30 miles an hour, we're going to high five in midair.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, you could get like a shark
without breaking our hands.
I used to have jet skis. Used to.
Wow, she's gone scuba diving. She has jet skis.
Used to.
She has a private house on a private island and a private lake
with a bunch of sharks in it. Wow.
I have like $5 in my account.
Gracie, then you had a kid and it all went away.
It did.
So, you know, the movie sets up some, you know, water fun activities, but poor Malik
college students
is our first victim. He goes down and a sharky takes his arm off.
Yep. And the guy goes and finds it in the middle of a lake.
Yeah, that's like they get Malik back to the shore. And our character from Schitt's Creek, Jazmin, his name, help me.
Schitt's Creek, Nick.
Nick. So Nick jumps into the. Keep in mind,
He tourniquets the guy's arm.
well, hold on.
First.
He goes into from the beach. He goes into the lake, and they were like
Yeah.
in the middle of the lake when he went down initially. So, but
He's like a swim champ now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
He finds the arm, and he sees a shark, and so we got a passed out Malik. They've managed to tourniquet his arm. He needs a doctor stat.
Apparently, Nick is studying to be a doctor or something.
Yeah, or at least a vet on Schitt's Creek.
Something
and
like that.
yeah, and of course, classic cell phones aren't working. Our hillbilly folks show up, and they offer to help, sorta. They need volunteers to go back to the mainland to get help for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Well, they asked if anyone wanted to join them.
That's okay, yeah. So then we had quote unquote
Beth,
hot tattoo girl, according to the hillbilly, and Avatar guy,
Gordon,
leave with our hillbilly friends to.
Beth is just absolutely terrified.
Yeah, she's fed up. She's totally fed up.
Blaming Sarah for all of her. She's she knew that there were sharks there.
Anyway, so they're gone for, I believe, too long. They need to hurry up, and they need to get Malik some help. Wait a minute. Am I skipping ahead? Is this before? Oh, you know what? The hillbillies show up after they wreck the boat. That's my mistake. So
they do wreck the boat.
So prior to them leaving, Malik and his girlfriend, whose name Jazmin,
Maya, Sarah,
Malik, Maya, Sarah, and Nick leave on the boat, but of course it gets rocked.
Take him to a hospital.
Maya falls overboard and is the first consumed by our sharkies. And somehow on the way back, they crash the boat and cause a huge explosion. Then our hillbilly
hit the.
Yeah. Then our hillbilly friends show up, and the two go off with them.
And then the rest of them stay behind.
Mhm.
Lo and behold, the hillbillies are the enemy.
What? They're the bad guys. And it turns out they've been stalking this freshwater lake with saltwater sharks for who knows. They say at one point like a hurricane caused floodwaters to rise, and I guess they were able to capture a bunch of sharks, and
they got the idea from
Shark Week
that people are going to pay millions of dollars to see the real thing. People getting eaten by sharks.
To be honest, they're ahead of their time. They're streaming before streaming was a thing, I guess.
Well, they were making videos.
Real faces of death style stuff. Little did they know that the internet is free. You can just go on Kazaa or LimeWire if it still exists and download that shit. Don't do it. I'm not saying do that. Don't do that. You will get a virus.
Your computer will die.
And you will be on some sort of list somewhere with the feds.
Yeah, not a good.
But the two, Gordon and Beth, go onto the boat. Since the rednecks are the bad guys, obviously they got guns pointed to their heads. They make one of them jump off the boat into the water. Gordon tries to climb up a tree, and then Shark jumps up and just
snatches him. Right.
Snatches him. And then Beth, right?
Beth gets put into a shallow net. And what happens to her, Gracie?
I think that was the cage one, right?
It was like a net.
I thought it was a cage.
It was like a net.
Is this the one with the cookie cutter ones?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't even know those existed until this movie. So that's kind of interesting. I learned something. Who knew?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Pounds of flesh just dying.
So they're called cookie cutter sharks. They're a very small, deep water shark. I mean, small. Likely will never come into contact with humans at all.
They would have died if they were in the water.
Yeah, they're deep sea sharks. They would be dead at that depth pretty quick. At the very least, they would be incapable of having a feeding frenzy like a pack of hungry piranha, which piranha don't even actually do that.
They don't even do that either. Yeah, that's true.
But I'll give the movie some points for trying to be different, right? I would have never thought that the cookie cutter sharks would be a feature in a horror movie, but here we are. But
They
they're
were
called
very creepy looking.
they're called cookie cutter sharks because they're capable of opening their jaws real wide, and then they just shove themselves into the flesh of whatever they want. So instead of like eating things potentially smaller than them, they go after things that are a lot bigger than them, like kind of like mosquitoes, you know. And then they pull a mouthful of flesh straight off of that animal, and they just swim away with
And
a
that-
mealful. So
And
you'll
that is
see
how
animals.
Dear Beth died.
So you'll see like some animals, like larger sea marine animals with like these little cookie cutter shaped like holes that are scarred over. That's from cookie cutter
It's
sharks.
crazy.
Yeah. But I also want to mention that we also we'll get to it later. Never mind. At some point, our hot naked guy and Malik are on a jet ski trying to escape to get him to a hospital.
Because they can't wait no more.
They can't wait no more. Naturally, Malik sees the fin catching up to them and just tosses himself in.
He's absolutely defeated, by the way, because
Mhm.
life without his girlfriend
Yep.
is
He's
unbearable.
very sad. Which to his favor, right before they leave, he does manage to kill a shark. Like
Hammerhead shark.
he gets a spear and goes out into the water and just kills a shark. Which I mean,
He's
that's
in Valhalla now.
he's in Valhalla. So after he had the love and then he got the thunder, he
Womp.
is gone, and our friend on the jet ski just his sacrifice was in vain. A gigantic shark just jumps up and just swallows our dude like practically whole. Our
A
naked,
very
naked
big
guy.
shark.
Yeah.
And then we pan back to the house where Sarah and Nick are both residing, and the
Mhm.
sheriff comes.
Yep. Good guy sheriff, cool guy sheriff. But it turns out he's poisoned their
He's
like
not.
coffee or the tea or whatever it was he was offering them. Nick's passed out, and he's got Sarah and Nick, and he's basically doing what the hillbillies were doing to our other characters. He's gonna feed them to some sharks. He's got Nick tied up on a chair that he's gonna lower into
Some back
a
building
watery,
somewhere.
in like a watery pit of hungry sharks that he's gonna film.
Tiger sharks.
And I can't remember what was Sarah's. Oh, she was being
Sarah was
put
in a
in
cage.
She was
That
being
was-
put
she
in
was
a
the-
shark diving cage. Yes, which is designed to keep sharks out. But then they chummed
Yeah.
her. You know, fun stuff. She tries to before they throw her overboard in the cage. She tries to seduce the guy that they
Because they had
Well,
a past
yeah,
relationship
and
and
it
they go
turns
into
out
that.
he fell overboard or something once, and she like hit him with a boat, and that's why he's all scarred up.
Like he hit, like the propeller or something tore up his face,
all
and
Yeah.
she ended up leaving him in the hospital because she couldn't handle the fact that she did that to him, and just
And
left
also,
him.
yeah, I mean, granted, his anger about that is valid. But he also acted like those scars like ruined his life. But I mean,
He was
Every
still
girl loves
hot.
a scar boy. Yeah, like what is
Yeah, he
that?
was still hot.
yeah, he was like people love Zuko, and Zuko's like more fucked up than him.
Hmm
It's your Avatar.
But she tries to
Avatar
seduce
tease.
him, and it doesn't work. Well, it does work actually. She gets a gun, and then they have a little tussle, and then he gets the gun back.
Mm-hmm.
Nick is able to take a lighter and like burn the rope that he's got. And
He more or less frees himself, and we get the
Yeah.
reversal. He tosses the sheriff in the water. Bing bang boom. No more sheriff. And then he manages to save our heroine. I can't remember. Tell me, how does he dispatch the hillbillies, Gracie?
Which one was okay, hold on. If I remember correctly, the one guy no, it was the sheriff that he threw in the right.
Glass tank, glass
Yeah.
tank looking thing.
And then how did he? I don't even remember now.
I think he pulled a gun to Carl, the weird teeth guy.
Yeah.
And made him jump overboard or something.
That was a huge mistake. He should have just immediately shot them both before they
Yeah.
had time to react, and then pull the cage up. Because
I remember now. One of them he like threw in the cage, and then the shark ate him.
yeah, and then he held Casper Van Dien Jr. at gunpoint and told him to lift the
Mhm.
cage, and the guy cut the rope to drop
That's
the
right.
cage in, which you know.
Oh, and he like gave her mouth to mouth via air. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But ultimately, they're able to get free and survive this ordeal with all these sharks.
All
Jasmine
the bad guys got killed. The only people that survived are Sarah and Nick.
and Nick.
They share a passionate kiss. And then that was the movie.
They lived happily ever after.
They lived happily ever after with all their
Until
dead
the
friends.
end credits,
With all their dead
where
friends.
they dropped a very sick music video.
I know, and we're gonna reenact it. So
Oh God!
Get
Can we put the music on?
ready.
Can you put the music on?
No.
No.
But I liked it.
We are treated after the credits to a very silly rap featuring the cast of the movie.
Mhm.
Complete with an interlude of shark, 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 overlaid with shark, 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 shark,
There's a lot of sharks.
shark.
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry. That made the movie
That
so
was
much better.
that was
That was
worth
pretty
it. Like
great.
we could have just watched that and called it a night. Honestly, a
That's
shark
true.
night.
A shark
what-
night, if you
Oh,
will.
what a night! Late December,
But basically, each cast member had their
Me and
own
Sarah with skinny
little rap
dipping.
in the whole music
Cookie
video.
Carter's got my ass.
Stop it.
Okay.
So like each cast member had their own little rap or sing a song part in this music video. You got Sarah Paxton rapping.
We don't need to break down. We don't need to
You got
break down.
Malik with his arm
Whoa.
missing, rapping. It was
You can stop.
hilarious.
I literally said it was the whole cast. You don't need to
It was
explain
so great.
the characters to us
It was
again.
So great.
Wonderful.
That's
If
funny.
you haven't seen it, look it up.
It's got to be on YouTube.
It's gotta
sure.
be on YouTube.
Here, you say something real quick. I'll see if it is.
Let's see. I mean, it was like they knew that the movie they're making was like tongue in cheek a little bit. Like, I mean, obviously, like they wanted to make something good, but also like it's a shark movie. Like,
So you gotta add some
we're
of
not
that.
winning Emmys here.
Would
Like,
you say maybe that it what kind of movie?
Oscars, not Emmys? Sorry.
Would you say it was a Shark Night movie?
It was a night of something.
Oh, what a night! Late
No.
December. Oh, we can keep going.
No,
Fine.
it wasn't even
No.
December.
Is it on YouTube?
Did you find
yet?
it? Yes. Yes.
You think so? Or
I
you not
think.
sure?
I think so.
Can you play it for us?
I'll play a little bit.
Play like just a little bit, not a whole lot. Very lonely island. You know what I want? I want them to be like. Okay,
This is Malik's part.
No, it's not.
Wasn't it?
No, this is Nick.
this needs like Akon in the background being like shark. Like it needs.
Hang
Yes.
on. This is my favorite part where it's like the chicken sharks.
Yes. Shark.
And you see them in the music video, like with their like the mics and stuff, like they're in a recording studio, and they're like shark, shark, shark.
That's so great.
This is Dennis's part.
Oh, it does. Nothing matters anymore. No, that was our hot naked guys part.
That's Dennis.
Oh my gosh! But the bucka
Oh no, it
shark,
wasn't. It was Chris.
shark.
Blake.
Oh, that's great. And that was Shark Night 3D. It was a blast. Thank you so much to everyone that joined us during the live stream. You know who you are.
But we do have a list.
It was we're not going to read it.
We're not reading it today.
We're not reading it because I've decided that some people just like to lurk, and we're just going to let them lurk. So if you joined us, thank you so much. If you want a shout out, let us know. We'd be more than happy to shout you out. But it was probably one of the more watched episodes that we had this year. I think.
Yay.
So that was pretty cool.
Woo!
Overall.
At night.
But we have a couple things left here. We need to rank this movie on our ultimate shark movie tier list, the Undisputed shark movie tier list. In fact, if you look up Undisputed
Undisputable.
shark movie tier, ultimate shark movie tier list, all other lists are invalid. Only ours is the correct, most comprehensive list that's ever expanding.
And you cannot find that on the internet. So you
Can't
have to
find it.
listen
You have to listen to
the
show.
podcast.
I did not post it anywhere on the internet. That would be
if
too
you want to
easy.
get the correct list, you have to stay tuned.
You have to. So and here it is. It's such a secret. Number 19.
It's a secret. Here it is.
Number 19, virus sharks. Number 18, ice sharks. Number 17, Jurassic shark. Number 16, avalanche sharks. 15, mega shark versus Crocosaurus. 14, Sharkensaw women's prison massacre. 13, Shark in Venice. 12, Planet of the Sharks. Number 11 was a tie between Empire of the Sharks and Sharks of the Corn. Number 10, Santa Jaws. Number 9, Sharktopus. Number 8, Ouija Shark. Number 7, House Shark. Number 6, The Reef. Number 5 is 1999's Shark Attack, starring Casper Van Dien. Number 4, Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf. Number 3, Six-Headed Shark Attack. Number 2, 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. And number 1 is 47 Meters Down.
Woo!
Now, Gracie, I know what you're saying. It's probably missing a few. We haven't gotten to those yet.
Gotcha.
Where are we thinking for Shark Night 3D? We rank our movies on 3 very scientific categories.
So scientific.
Yeah, one is the cheese factor, one is brutality, and one is what is it, Jazmin?
Corny? Did we say that one already?
No, that's the cheese.
Cheese.
That's cheese.
Brutality. And
the eye roll meter, of course.
Eye roll.
I literally have it right in front of me. Gracie, eye roll meter, scale of 1 to pi. What do you score this movie?
Okay, so like,
It's up to your interpretation.
okay, so
Whether eye rolling can be good or it can be bad.
well, what's 1 is bad, 10 is good.
That's up to you. You tell me.
Okay. I mean, it wasn't.
I said
It was
1
like
to pi.
4.
A 4? Okay. We'll take that.
I know, you said
Jasmine,
pi, but I assumed you meant
on a
10.
scale from red to blue, where does this fall on the color wheel of success?
This movie did not make me blue or sad or anything like that. Eye roll meter. I will also, I think out of 10, I'd give it a 4 just because we had a lot of cliches in this movie. So I guess that can kind of make me eye roll a little bit. But I mean, it's very expected half the time.
I feel like after we got out of the first 20 minutes, the eye rolling stopped. After we got out of the gas station and our first encounter with our villains, for the most part, I was good. Other than those eye rolly interactions, I thought it was pretty good. So I'm going to give it on a scale of 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish. I'm giving it a blue fish. I'm giving it a blue fish. Yes.
I see what you did there.
So next up we have the cheese factor.
Ooh, cheesy.
Now, sometimes some movies use the cheese factor to their advantage. A good example of this, Gracie, would be like Scary Movie. Scary Movie is a comedy that uses horror tropes to make jokes. It's super cheesy, but it totally works for what the movie.
I still remember the first time I
supposed
saw
to be.
that movie.
For us, movies like Sharktopus, Six-Headed Shark Attack, they know that they're ridiculous and they lean into it, and it works for them.
Yep.
It doesn't work when the movie's trying to be so super duper serious and pretty well kind of sucks for it. So cheesy factor for me in this movie, I'm actually going to go super low with this one, and I'm going to give it a 3 dust bunnies out of 6 because I feel like it was well done. Sometimes like production quality can also lead into cheesy factors, such as fake body parts that are clearly plastic, things like that. The effects in this movie were good. I thought the acting was good. I didn't feel particularly cheesy about this one. I thought it was very well executed. So, Jazmin, how did you feel about it?
I'm gonna give it a Parmesan,
Parmesan. Interesting.
Yeah. Because Parmesan isn't really like stretchy and
yeah.
So I
Gracie,
would give it a Parmesan.
what are you thinking? Are you like a blue cheese gal, or are you more like a beer cheese gal?
Is
I know
it
the answer to this.
crumbling like blue cheese, or is
Is it like a dry Parmesan, or is it like a
mozzarella?
or is it like an intestine clogger American?
I
Lives
just ignore
just
him.
lives in your gut for 12 years before going
Very
bad.
processed. Very processed.
Yeah, it's barely cheese, but that's fine. Is it a smooth Velveeta?
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a provolone.
Provolone, very nice. Provolone is very delicious.
Okay.
Put
I
it
like
on.
provolone, but too much of it is like.
Put some
And
provolone.
it's not that stretchy of a cheese.
Put some
It can melt.
get some toast. Put like a slice of tomato with some provolone over the top of it. Put that sucker in the oven until it's all nice and melted. Oh,
Whenever
mwah,
I
chef's
get
kiss.
like subs, like sandwiches, I put provolone on them.
Yeah,
Delicious.
it's nice and melty, but it's not too stretchy.
Although provolone not as good as other cheeses right out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Much
You
more
wanna heat that up.
much better as a heated up ingredient to other things.
And
Whereas
that's
like
how I thought about this movie, where I had to like warm up to it.
oh
Just so you know, guys, we love cheese. So.
Jazmin, brutality. How does this movie rank on the brutality meter? Is it a guppy or is it a whale shark?
I think it was well, I think
A whale? Was it a whale?
Well, I think
A whale
it
of
was
brutality?
pretty brutal. I mean, a lot of it was
No.
believable. I really liked the
No.
scene where the shark basically like
No.
just destroyed Blake on that jet ski.
Yeah.
I was not. I mean, we were kind of expecting it, but I wasn't expecting the shark to just like eat him whole.
That was
I
a
thought
good
that was
one.
pretty good.
That was a good one. What do you give it?
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Out of 10. Okay.
A good brutality.
I will say that I think of brutality in terms of horror movie brutality, because most of these movies, a lot of them are comedy, but they just kind of ride that edge of horror a little bit.
Just gore, pure gore.
Not pure gore. For instance, what's a good example? Scream isn't. Well, Scream's kind of gory. Like a lot of the deaths are like brutal stabbings,
Yeah.
but not necessarily like you don't need to see intestines every time for it to be brutal, right? This one was bloody, certainly. I feel like a lot of the deaths were like that quick, just grab them and they're maybe a little bit of thrashing and then they're gone, but you don't really see too much. It's not quite like 47 meters down uncaged, where you get to watch someone's like life drain from their eyes as they drown underwater, like horrifyingly bad. The worst one, the most brutal death and the most painful, agonizing one of any of them was the cookie cutter shark.
Yes.
That poor girl got eaten alive and felt every tiny little bit of it until she did it. Like it got her face too. Like she was alive. Like she literally bled out. Like the worst one out of any of them. At least the great white's quick.
Maybe.
So I'm going to give this on the grandfather clock of time a 1963. What a special kind of time for me. What a lady, what a night.
I hate you.
It was a 3D shark night. All right, Gracie, your turn.
Let's see. I agree with like the cookie cutter one was like really bad, and like I don't know, the fact that they were like filming it, like that idea was also pretty brutal. I thought that it was like on purpose killing, like you know what I mean, like it was a different motive than most killing movies or most shark movies, because most shark movies are like.
Yes, I agree with you there. Isn't Hostel like the whole premise of Hostel? Like they just Hostel was like rich people pay to torture people and get away with it. That's what that was. Never mind.
But it wasn't sharks though, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. You're correct. Yeah.
This is like just shark, like you know what I mean? Like that's what it's centered on. So I feel
not to bring it back around to Scream, but it's very much like what was it, Scream 4, where like the killers were filming their killings to create a new Scream movie on the internet and stream it on the internet. So it's kind of like that a little bit. Yeah.
So basically the rednecks and the sheriff were the murderers, and the sharks were just their weapon of choice.
You know what made this movie amazing?
What?
What?
Is
Casper
if-
Van Dien.
No.
More
Is
butts.
if they turn it into like a Cloverfield style, where the movie was the guy's documentary of this happening.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Like
so anyway,
a found footage film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That would have been very cool.
Those types of movies are pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty sweet. So Gracie, what do you give it?
Out of brutality,
Mm-hmm.
on a music scale, I give it a D.
On a musical scale, a D note?
Yeah.
What does that sound
Mhm.
like?
Ba 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 ba. Just kidding.
Ba, 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 ba. All right, let me do
I
some
would-
quick math here.
I would say it's pretty brutal, but not like horrible.
Yeah. All right, let me do some quick math here.
So 7 plus 1967 plus pretty brutal.
1963. What a special shark night.
So
for
what
me.
does that math equal to? I'm very curious.
How
How a year, a number
you need to give me just a few moments here
It
to
equals
do
purple.
equals
do
purple.
some calculations.
Equals Shark Night 3D.
Hang on. Yep, carry the 14 70 16 11 and then times that by infinity. Get the shark pewter
from.
get the shark pewter printout.
It sounds like the music or like a sound effect from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
And
Just imagine all the shapes and stuff by our faces going by.
And let's see here. The results are in. Let me just print it from my dot matrix printer here.
Is it sharks, 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 shark 3D?
No.
Is it the music video?
Let's see here.
That's Willy Wonka.
We have our very scientific printout here, and it's saying that it belongs in the shark movie tier list somewhere away from the bottom, but away from the top. I think that's fairly accurate, but we're gonna have to dial it in here a little bit. Jazmin, where are you thinking for this on this list? Where should this go?
I think it goes above Ouija Shark.
You think it goes above Ouija Shark?
For me, it does.
Gracie,
It-
if you check
the
your
music
text
video?
messages, you will receive a image file of said list. And this is the first time I've sent it to anybody, so you have to keep this confidential. It's in your
So I'm gonna
contract.
Doesn't even
put it
send
on
it to me.
Twitter.
Don't leak the list.
Okay.
He hasn't even sent it to me, which would be
tweeting
really
it
helpful.
now.
Don't do it. Jazmin, you say you wanted at number 7 above Ouija Shark.
Well, to be honest, I just remember Ouija Shark being pretty up there, and I think it's better than Ouija Shark. So,
Well, I don't think it's better than Sharktopus. I think it might be better than Santa Jaws. I'm willing to put it at 10.
but you think it's so? Wait,
I'm gonna
what's
say right in the middle.
Right in the middle is 10.
10.
There are 20 movies on the list, but 2 of them are a tie. So the middle would be 9, 10, 11. So
what are the other movies, Bret?
in the middle, you mean?
Yes.
Well, at number 6, we have The Reef. At number 7, we have House Shark, which, spoiler alert, no fucking chance I'm letting this movie get ahead of House Shark. Number 8 is Ouija Shark. Number 9, Sharktopus. Number 10, Santa Jaws. 11 is Empire of the Sharks and Sharks of the Corn. That's our tie. And 12 is Planet of the Sharks. 13 is Shark in Venice.
We can put it above Sharks of the Corn.
You think this? Well, hold on. If we put it above Sharks of the Corn and Empire of the Sharks, it's underneath Santa Jaws, and it becomes the new number 11. Do we think this movie is better than Santa Jaws? I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think it's better than Ouija Shark. So yeah.
I think Santa Jaws has a much better premise than Shark Night 3D. I think it's and it's funny enough also filmed in Louisiana. However, I feel like Shark Night had such a way bigger budget and way better production values.
And that music video.
I mean, we
The
can't.
music video helps, man.
We can say all day that Santa Jaws would have been an amazing movie if they had like $2 million to pump into it for like CGI and equipment and location shooting.
And
but we can't
movie would be
hold
amazing
that
if we had
against
that
it.
much money.
No.
Our movie is going to be terrible. What are you talking about? If our movie
We had $2
makes the
million.
list. If we had $2 million, oh yeah, we'd definitely be done by now.
You know what movie I would make if
what?
I had $2 million?
Tell me.
I wouldn't. I would just take the fucking money.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
Just kidding.
I mean, you would be surprised how cheap it is to make some movies. Ouija Shark, Jazmin, was how much?
I think it was like a couple $100.
It was like less than $300. Our movie, we decided, if Ouija Shark can make a movie, we can make a movie. Ours, however, is probably over $1,000 at this point, but still way lower than a normal movie. Which, by the way, update if you've been following our saga for making our own shark movie, putting our money where our mouth is. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7 scenes left to film, and then we're done and ready to continue editing it and keep it moving. So ideally, we're looking at like a fall-ish release is what we're like. We originally wanted it done by now. Like I wanted to be watching it today, but unfortunately, just the way things have worked and scheduling and stuff, it just hasn't worked. So hopefully within. Gracie, you're going to be the tiebreaker here. I think it goes above Santa Jaws. Jazmin thinks it goes above Santa Jaws. Where do you want to put it on the list? And that's just where we'll put it anyway. I
want to make it the new number 10.
Okay. I thought for a second you were going to say make it the number 1, and I was going to just cry myself to sleep because I literally said I'd put it anywhere you said.
Oh, you did, but no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's unanimous. Congratulations, Shark Night 3D.
We did it.
You are our new number 10, just barely cracking the top 10. So our undisputed shark movie tier list goes as follows. Number 20, Virus Shark. Number 19, Ice Sharks. Number 18, Jurassic Shark. Number 17, Avalanche Sharks. 16, Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus. 15, Shark and Saw Women's Prison Massacre. 14, Shark in Venice. 13, Planet of the Sharks. 12, Empire of the Sharks and Sharks of the Corn. Number 11, Santa Jaws. Number 10, Shark Night 3D. Number 9, Sharktopus. 8, Ouija Shark. 7, House Shark. 6, The Reefs. 5, Shark Attack 1999. Number 4, Sharktopus versus Werewolf. I had a brain disease.
Okay.
Sharktopus versus Werewolf. Number 3 is Six-Headed Shark Attack. Number 2, 47 meters down, Uncaged. And number 1, 47 meters down still. At some point, Jazmin, I think we're going to have to stop reading the entirety of the list.
Well, I don't know why you keep reading the entirety
10.
of the list.
Because it doesn't exist anywhere on the internet for people to just look at, Jazmin. How are they supposed to know what it is if I don't read the entirety of the list?
You could do top 10.
No. I want it to be undisputed forever. We only have, so if you're wondering, like, eventually they're going to run out of shark movies, we only have approximately 100 plus movies left to go through. So at the rate we go of 1 a month, we'll be done when we're 72 years of age.
Like, really? Is that really the math?
And they would have to, like, not release any other movies ever.
Is that literally the math for that?
You know what, Gracie? I hadn't even thought of that.
So
is that literally the math?
No.
Someone do the math.
No.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh my god.
I'm doing it right now. Wait for it.
So, I mean, 12 months in a year. Watch a movie every month. So that's 12 movies every year.
Good job.
There's 100 of that.
You forget that every year after October we take a couple months off.
Oh yeah. Would be. So let's say 10 movies.
No, I fucked our list up.
Oh my god.
10 movies a year.
The list is currently sitting at about 105, 106 movies. And we've watched 20 of them. 21 movies is what we've watched so far. So
So how old will
Yeah.
we be?
So let's just round that to 80 movies. That would take
8
us
divided by 12.
right, except it's more like divided by 9.
10. Let's say 10.
Just do
Round it up
8,
to
and then
10.
it's 10, and then
So we would be doing this for
10
rounding
more
up
years.
9 more years, if they don't release any more shark movies.
Yes.
And it's funny is I was actually at Wally World the other day, and I saw 3 shark movies for sale on DVD that I'd never heard of before that were not on the list, and I added all 3 of them. So yeah, they just keep. Someone's still making these things.
So I'll be around 40 by the time we're done
Yeah.
watching the.
There's just
current
one
movie
more
list.
segment to go, and that is the quiz. Gracie, can you stick around? If we do lightning round,
You better hurry, because
Better
they're
hurry.
crying over here.
oh what a cry!
Doggos want to go out.
Late December when I cried that time, Gracie said something that hurt my eye. All right, lightning round. Gracie, every month we do this. It is for a prize. The prize is the co-host seat of Jawsbreakers. Currently, me and Jazmin are the backup co-hosts of the show because the other current hosts are unavailable. That being Chris Logan and Vinny and Clation. They're all ahead of us. So Gracie, if you win the quiz, you get to take Jasmine's chair as the backup.
And Brett's.
Not mine, no, because I'm giving the quiz. I'm administering the quiz.
Okay.
So feel free to buzz in at any time. You have to buzz in, or you're disqualified. You have to say,
Okay.
or however you choose to buzz in. So this
Okay.
is a gimme, right? You get 1 point each for naming as many of the shark species in this movie as you can.
Okay. Right now, Buzz.
Oh, Gracie has the buzz. Gracie, go ahead.
Okay. So there's a great white.
Okay.
There's a tiger shark.
Okay.
There's a bull shark.
Okay.
There's a cookie cutter shark.
Okay.
There's a great white, bull, tiger, cookie cutter, hammerhead.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay. Jazmin, I will let you add on to this if you can think of anything.
I think that was it.
Well, you forgot the thresher shark. The thresher.
forget
They
the
did
thresher.
mention that there was a thresher shark in the lake somewhere, although I don't think we actually see it. Gracie, you are leading the game at 5-0 on Jazmin. It's going to start getting a little harder from here. In this movie, they play spin the bottle, as young adults in college totally do. And at one point,
When was this?
At one point, they spin the bottle, and one of the guys mentions to the nerdy guy, "Oh, don't worry, no one ever got hurt in a game of spin the bottle." Blah blah blah. And then the girl's like, "Oh, I don't buy," whatever. Give me another example of a time someone got hurt in a game of spinning the bottle. Actually, really hurt.
In this movie?
No.
Oh. My ego when I was a child, because
what?
no one ever wanted to kiss me.
Oh,
I feel
Gracie.
your pain there. I
Gracie,
recall that happening. to me
I would
before.
have, Gracie.
Well, I was a weird ass kid.
Well, me
so
too. We would have been weird together.
Stuff.
But also you didn't buzz in, so the point is
Oh.
invalid. Jazmin, you got a chance to steal?
Such as life.
Okay.
gotta buzz in.
In
You gotta buzz
Buzz
in.
in. Just say buzz.
Are you really not buzzing?
Just
that's
say
my buzz.
Oh, that's an alarm to wake up. All right, Jazmin, wake up, stretch.
Oh my God! Stop! It won't
Give it-
quit now.
Jesus Christ. You see where I get my podcasting skills from. Yeah, it's infectious. Jazmin, go.
In 1947, a woman named Alanis McKenzie
What if God was one of us?
spun the bottle, a glass
know
bottle,
that
so
right.
hard that
It's a
it
good song.
flicked in and broke into someone's toe.
Can you
causing
provide
him
documents?
To lose his toe, and then it just gushed
Okay.
blood everywhere.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
need a
then the
primary
house
I'm gonna
shark
all right.
came out
I'm
of
gonna
the
need you to shut
toilet,
up, Jazmin.
and
I
then
need
the
you to
house
stop.
shark came out of the
Jazmin, I need you
toilet
to
and
stop.
ate him.
Can you stop?
There you go.
Can you stop, please? I'm gonna need you to stop. What year did you say this occurred in?
In 1947.
1963.
God damn it.
Okay. Jazmin, can you provide documentation that this was a real occurrence?
It's called the internet. Look it up.
Okay. So I mean, I'd give you points for creativity if that was a thing, but unfortunately, this isn't it. I was looking for the babysitter when they're playing spin the bottle, and the nerd's about to get kissed, and she stabs him full in the head with 2 hunting knives right into his skull.
That wasn't real though. That was a movie.
I did not say it had to be
He
real. I
did not
said,
say it
give
had to
me
be real.
another. Thank you, Gracie. Moving on. One of the rednecks had his teeth filed. By which I mean he had them sharpened to little points.
Yes.
This is a real thing. You can have this done. But how much does it cost per tooth?
Per
Beep.
tooth?
Mm-hmm.
Beep,
Buzz.
It is, but who buzzed first?
She did.
She did? Okay.
I'm gonna
Jen.
say it's.
We'll do Price is Right rules.
Yes, I was gonna ask for
I
that.
was gonna say $250 a tooth.
Okay. Gracie?
Oh, I was gonna say like 500. So
okay.
gonna go
Well,
higher.
Jasmine, you get a point.
damn.
The
Yes.
correct answer, of course, it varies based on the provider, but
Right.
generally speaking, it's around $50 to $300 per tooth.
Oh, yes.
So
So-
$1.
Just want to let y'all know there is the possibility for 3 points left, but only one question left, and it is 5-1. So I think mathematically, Jazmin has already lost, but we'll
Just 2 points.
we'll do the question. Fine, we'll give her a pity point. You know, we'll give her a third pretty point for me. So now she can pull ahead with
Now she can pull ahead.
if she
Okay,
scores
okay.
all 3 points on this next question. All right,
I'm
folks.
going to. I never
Hooks.
do.
Hooks and toes. At some point in this movie, there are hooks and there are toes. What culture does put hooks in their skin as a ritual? There's a couple. Can you name any one of them? And if you can either give me all 3, which would be fantastic. But if you can even get one, I will give you all 3 points. And you know what? And I'll tell you what, you can get close. Like you don't have to give me like region specific.
Can we give you a country?
I'll take a country. And I'll tell you what, you don't have to buzz this one in. You both come up with an answer. We're going to Jeopardy this stuff, and then I'll come to both of you, and we'll see who gets their guess right. I'll even let you select, since I said that there's at least 3. Think of 3 places, 3 countries, and if you're the closest, you win. Do, 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 do. Oh wait! Hold on, I got the perfect thing for this because they're thinking. They're thinking.
I'm gonna look at a map.
You can't look at a map. That's cheating. I'm calling X-nay on the map A.
The fact that I can't remember country names
That's
is
not-
cheating.
That's not Gracie's problem.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a country out there, and it's gonna be wrong, but that's okay.
Okay. Gracie's got a country locked in. Jazmin, do you have a country
I
locked
have a single country that I'm willing
in?
to
Okay.
guess.
Well, Gracie, go ahead and give us one country.
India.
Okay. Jazmin, let's hear what you got.
The Philippines?
All right, Gracie, I'm gonna give you a point for being closest. It is a Hindu tribe called the Charak-Puka. Excuse me if I butchered that.
Oh, because I knew
Which
it was
of-
somewhere over there. But I
Yeah, so
couldn't
Hindi.
remember.
I was
Number
thinking just fishing.
the second one. Let's have it, ladies. Get your guesses locked in. No Googles allowed.
I'm not. I'm trying to think. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Jazmin, I'll let you go first this time.
Iceland.
Okay, Gracie?
Uh, Congo.
Congo. I'll give it to Gracie again. It's actually the native plains tribe called the Mandan in North America. But
That's
since
not even close.
not even remotely close. The reason why I'm giving it to you is because the white man came over and called them Indians, just like they called South American Indians. So
So
they
racist.
thought they were racism. So Gracie, you get a point for racism. Good job.
I
How
don't
do you
want to be
feel?
racist.
You're not. But Gracie gets the point from a technicality. Thanks, history. You
Gross.
bastards.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
Okay, one more.
The third
I
and
get
final
last
one. Is it a trick question? I don't know. Who
have
would
one.
possibly put hooks in their skin as a sort of ritual?
I have one.
Gracie's buzzed in. Jazmin, do you have something?
Just
Ready?
guess
You ready?
after she's done.
Okay, Gracie, go ahead and take it away.
Rich white people.
Okay, Jazmin, do you have a guess?
Nothing better to do.
Fisherman.
Fisherman. I'll give you both a point. I had not considered fishermen. Well, you know what? No, Jazmin, you don't get a point. Fishermen don't put hooks in their bodies as a ritual.
On
They put
accident.
hooks in their bodies by accident. There's a difference.
That's kind of a ritual.
I will give Gracie the point for being closest for rich white people with nothing better to do, because I literally just wrote down kinky shit. And that is gonna do it. Gracie is the new co-host of Jawsbreakers.
Yay.
Congratulations, Gracie. Report for duty along with Vin and Clayshin and Chris Logan and all our other illustrious guests through time. To perform the show, and in the event that you can't be here, me or Jazmin will pick up the slack. It's okay. So
Okay,
I imagine
it probably won't happen because I have a child, but yes.
Well, I
I
mean,
know, I know that everyone is better than me, and that's just the way it is.
hey Jazmin, I'm your big brother, and I know that everyone is better than me, including you. So at least there's someone under the
well,
ladder
you
rung
know,
than you.
we're
but-
siblings in it
But,
together.
that's Jawsbreakers. Thank you so much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter at Jaws_show, but all the links for all of our shows, including After Darkrai, which Gracie is co-host of, can be found in the description below at our link tree. You can also follow Gracie at
On Twitch, it's vGracieZ, and on Twitter, it's Lady Zarain, Zrain. And I also have an art Instagram of Lady Zarain Art. So check it out.
And she's the dopest. You can follow Jazmin on twitch.tv/MeteorDoll. I am, of course, Breaker is Dead. And check out our Discord, because I do believe the next few movies, well, no, not Discord, but please join the Discord. But we need to announce it. Jazmin, we are watching all 6 Sharknado movies in celebration of Shark Week.
Snap.
So
Shark Week. Ooh, ha, ha.
Shark Week, brouhaha. Starting August 9th, we're going to start a stream. I will be streaming Maneater. August 10th, Jazmin will be streaming Maneater. August 11th, we have a to be announced game featuring us and our friends on Twitch as well. And then on the 12th, 13th, and 14th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're watching Sharknado 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 consecutively. And we're also going to be joined by returning guest Clayshin, Vinny, and first-time guest IX Pennywise, dear friend. So look forward to that next month during our Shark Week extravaganza. And that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for listening, folks. And don't forget to
Stay tuned.
Nope. The thing we do at the end of every episode.
Oh. Smile.
Smile, you sons of bitches.
I'll take it. Boy, that was
The best
that was the best.
around. No one's gonna get us down.
It was 1963. What a special time for me. Dark Knight
Someone
3D.
send help.
Help.
Check your mailbox, Gracie. It's a finger. Oh wait, you wanted a hand. Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay, fuck me then. I guess we're not listening to the rest of the end song there.
Oh, snap.
So thanks a lot, Zoom. As is typical at the end of all of our shows, we watch the trailer for the next movie, and we're not going to watch all 6 Sharknado trailers, but you're going to get our reaction to the first 2, because the first trailer is 20 seconds long, and the second trailer is only like a minute and a half long. So here we go.
Woo.
Sharks. Tornado. Sharknado.
That's right. Oh my
No,
god.
sad.
We're gonna stand and fight. Tara Reid in the sci-fi original movie.
I forgot Tara Reid
Sharknado.
was in this.
That's so great. I miss sci-fi.
It still exists.
I don't have like cable.
Is each Sharknado movie like placed in a different city?
Do what now?
I
Is
don't know.
each Sharknado movie placed in a different city?
I don't know. Couldn't tell
Oh,
you.
snap.
I haven't seen them. So
I guess that's
something.
something we're gonna find out together, Jazz.
I've only seen like bits and pieces of Sharknado, the movies, so I'll be watching it with new eyes. I've never seen it, so it'll be really fun.
Well, just like that movie is going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun to go to bed, and we are out of here. Gracie, you got anything you want to say before we go?
No, I'm good.
Listen to After Darkrai. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I forgot how to stop recording.